Alright, hello and welcome to our first run of the day. We will be operating an R222 on the A line from Birchlands-124th Street to 39th Street-Slicen. Without further ado, let us begin. Gotta get my junctions in order, and we will be off and running. Make sure that I am appropriately configured and switched. Alright, we may begin. This is Birchlands-124th Street. Transfer is available to the C train, N, Q, and railroad branches, those being the blue, yellow, and AB lines. Yep, this is a transit nexus. This is a land of KT bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 115th Street. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Why is this A train? No, it's not canon. This is an A train, the land of KT. Next stop will be 115. Stand clear of the doors, please. This train will be leaving first. Stand clear of the doors. Here we see our R110B proceeding into Birchlands-124th Street. Proceeding nice and gently. Alright, there's the R42. And let me get my 110. So 9-car consists. As you can see in the world of Slicen, Slicen is very allergic to open gangways. So we always have trains that are not connected to each other via accordion. However, in the planned world, which I'm sure you guys have probably heard me mention before, that I plan to use a lot of open gangway networks. So hopefully that should be interesting. This is 115th Street. I like how it sounds like the train is slapping. This is 115th Street, land of KT bound, A express train. 107th Street will be next. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. When I was building these tunnels, I was highly inspired by the 2nd Avenue subway, which opened in 2017. Well, phase 1 of it at least. Phases 2 through 4 might not even open in our lifetimes, if at all. Yeah. In 2017, I was inspired to do the A and B trains at the time. Now it's the A and C trains for coordination purposes. And I definitely got inspired by the cool futuristic tunnels of 2nd Avenue. So that was definitely on my brain when I built this. Just for context's sake. And I wanted these lines to be filled with R68s because I'm based. This is 107th Street. Land of KT bound A Express, 94th is next. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 94th Street. Transfer is available to the C train. This is a land of KT bound A express train. 58th Street will be next. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 58th Street. Ooh, overrun. Ooh, I should have put the e-brake. Ah, yes, just another one of these non-canon KTA moments. This is 58th Street, land of KT bound A Express. 44th Street will be next.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is 44th Street. This is a land of KT bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 37th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is 37th Street, Avenue 7. This is a land of KT bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 34th Street, Avenue 4.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
That was very strange. I reverse braked for a second. I don't know what happened. This is 34th Street, Avenue 4. Transfer is available to the E and K trains. Driving this R222 is pretty fun. This is a land of KT bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 31st Street, Avenue 1.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This particular stand clear of the closing doors announcement leaves me little to no reaction time. This is 31st Street, Avenue 1, last stop in the Birchlands. This is a land of KT bound A express train. The next stop is 70th Street, Avenue 7.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Alright, let's haul. This is 70th Street, Avenue 7, first stop in the land of KT. This is a Slicen-bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 70th Street, Avenue 5.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you drop something on the tracks, leave it. Tell a police officer or a KTA employee. Remain alert and have a safe day. This is 70th Street, Avenue 5. Oh yeah, I think at that last stop you were able to connect to the N and Q trains. If you missed your transfer, wait at the platform for an arriving train going in the opposite direction. This is a Slicen-bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be Avenue 3.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Excuse me. This is 70th Street, Avenue 3. This is a Slicen-bound A express train. The next stop on this train is 67th Street and 2nd Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is 67th Street, 2nd Avenue. Transfer is available to the 1, 2, 3, 7, and AB Division of the West Point Railroad. This is a Slicen-bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 55th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
think one of my employees reached 39th Street. Good news. Definitely good to hear. This is 55th Street. You saw nothing. This is the land of Slicen bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 40th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is 40th Street. This is a Slicen bound A express train. 26th Street will be next.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is 26th Street. I don't know why. Streets that are like 25th or 26th, I always use white columns for them. It's a weird motif of mine. This is a Slicen bound A express train. 8th Street will be next.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
With the exception of 2 overshoots, I think I'm doing well today. It's hard to turn trains on this line because there's no loop like the F. It's just a straight line. So you're not really going to see that many trains being turned in the opposite direction. Which is sad. Unless I figure out how to do AI. I mean, they're doing it for presidents, why can't I do it for subway stations? This is 8th Street. I don't know how you say it. Will this be the penultimate stop in KT? Because I think penultimate is like second to last, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Slicen bound A express train. 1st Street will be next.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Operating this R222 is fun, but it can get boring at times when you don't have a mixed diversity of old and new trains. Alright, first street dead ahead. This is First Street, last stop in the land of KT. Last stop in the land of KT. This is a Slicen bound A Express train. Sunshine Bridge will be next.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
First Street in the land of KT is a pretty important location, as I'm sure you could tell from previous videos. I mean, you could also tell it's pretty important due to the fact that it's an island platform rather than two side platforms. And now we're curving towards the land of Slicen. Alright, as a young Jedi Knight would say, this is where the fun begins. This is Sunshine Bridge. Transfers available to the 6th train upstairs. This is a Slicen bound A Express train. The next stop on this train is Van Slicen Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Sunshine Bridge for now is granted immunity from either Slicen or the land of KT. So if one were to do a crime, not saying that you should, but if one were to do a crime, they could seek immunity on the Sunshine Bridge. But eventually you're going to have to come down. So we will catch you eventually. Why did I give Night Eagle any ideas? Hopefully the R160s in the next world will be a lot faster. Be able to go up to 90 miles per hour instead of 70. So I would be able to max out the speed limit. This is Van Slicen Avenue, lower level. Transfers available to the 4, 6, C, F, and H trains. Connection is available to the S2 and S16 buses as well as the Van Slicen Railroad, leading into West Point, aka the West Point Railroad. I think that was like the best Van Slicen Avenue announcement I've ever done so far. This is a 39th Street bound A express train. The next stop on this train is 80th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
I'm going to show you where everything is in relation to each other. That's the upper level for the F and H trains. Yes, the B and D went back to being called the H. And here is Van-Slycken Terminal. This is where you can connect to the blue, green, red, orange, purple, yellow, and green lines, as well as another line that I may be forgetting. But yeah, everything is available at this location. It's like the Grand Central of my world. I've never done that before. I don't know why I felt compelled to do that. This is 80th Street. Transfer is available to the F train across the platform. This is a 39th Street bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be Middle Avenue, 71st Street. Middle Avenue is next.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is Middle Avenue, 71st Street. Oh, I'm playing on the map where all the trains are laid up again. This is a 39th Street bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 64th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is 64th Street. This is a 39th Street bound A express train. The next stop on this train will be 51st Street. 51st will be next.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This is 51st Street. And yes, you can admire all the beautiful trains on layout. This is a 39th Street bound A Express train. The next stop on this train will be 44th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Yes, transit fanning is a very popular hobby among job-holding Siliconians. Like, they'll fan the train going to work, go to work, and then fan all the trains they want after coming home from work, and going to their free housing after they finish work. The 50 states could never. This is 44th Street, penultimate stop. We're getting closer to the R222s. Ladies and gentlemen, we're being delayed due to train traffic ahead of us. We apologize for any inconvenience. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being held momentarily by the train's dispatcher. Thank you for your patience. Whoa, how'd I get sent that far back? "39th Street will be the next and last stop. This is 39th Street, 5th Avenue. Transfer is available to the C and F trains with the connection available to the S39 bus. Thank you for riding. Last stop, everyone please leave the train. Thank you for riding with KTA's Slicen City Transit. Last stop. For continued service back up the land of Slicen, you may transfer to the train across the platform. Thank you for riding with us and have a great day.